IT Pros, and welcome back to my IT workshop. This is Alvendril, and in this video I'm having a problem with this HP EliteBook 840 G6. So the client says that the battery lasts around 2 hours, so I check it out, and it's true, it lasts around 1 hour and a half, 2 hours. The battery is more than a year old, so not that old, but granted, the client has this computer turned on 24/7. So we are going to replace the battery. I have done a video in the past on how to upgrade the BIOS version for this model. If you're interested in that, you can check the video on the top right of this screen. So the process of changing the battery can be used for many other models, HP, Dell, Lenovo. So it might look different than the one I have, but the process is 99% the same. Now, this is the battery that we're going to replace on this HP laptop. If you have the same model that I have, I'm going to leave the link in the description below for this battery so you can buy it if you need it. If you have a different model, you can find the battery replacement. Go to Google, type the model of your laptop, and then battery replacement. So you're going to find it out. So now we're going to turn the laptop over and we're going to see how many screws do we have. The parts that have a paper on it, you can find the serial number and all that. So in this model, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the middle, 7, 8. So we have 8 screws that we have to remove. So you might have more or less depending on your model. Now I'm going to use my Phillips screwdriver to do the work. So while I'm doing that, this is a good time for you to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. I have many tutorials and guides on computer and many more. Okay, once we have removed all the screws, we're going to open the case. So as you can hear, there are some noises, and I'm going to show you here. This part, many times, depending on the model, is kind of difficult to open because it's super tight. So be very careful, guys, because you don't want to break anything. Make sure that the screws are loose, so they are not super attached to the chassis. So that way you don't break anything. So this is the motherboard, and I'm showing you that I'm not wearing any jewelry or watches, and I discharge myself of any static electricity that I might have in my body by touching a metallic surface. So I did that before the video. You don't want to damage any circuitry on the motherboard. So I'm seeing you the SSD there, the RAM modules, the CMOS battery, and the battery itself. Now we are going to, for the battery, it has this kind of interesting screws. They look like 6 vertices star. So this is kind of a special screw, if you will. So make sure that you are using the right tool. So for that, I'm going to use this, what do you call this in English? I call it just screwdriver or whatever. So if you don't have it, I'm going to leave the link in the description below. So we're going to remove it very quickly. We have 5 screws of this type. So as you can see there, I'm showing the positions, and we're going to remove it very carefully. They are very easy to remove. They are not very tight, so that's easy to do. So now we have to remove it, but first we have to disconnect it from the motherboard itself. So I'm going to do a close-up. As you can see here, I'm just going to, it's very easy to remove. You just have to pull it. So you cannot see it very well, so I'm going to try to show you a little better. So there you go. I'm just going to pull it carefully, and that's it. That's how you remove the battery from the motherboard. So now we're going to remove it like that, very easy. That's the battery. Of course, you might have a different, it might look different for you, the shape and all that. So now we're going to bring the replacement, the new battery. So this one is a new one. And with this, the battery should last at least 6 hours, right? So we're going to place it the same way that we remove it. So I'm messing up with something there. So we're going to place it like that. And now we're going to connect the battery to the motherboard one more time. So you are going to hear a click if you do it correctly, and that's pretty much it. And now I'm going to put back the screws the same way I remove it. So while I'm doing that, this is your second chance to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. So once you have put back all the screws, we're going to put back the cover. So you have to press it a little, so you're going to hear it in a few more seconds. Like that. So make sure it's well positioned, and we're going to put back the screws Don't make it super tight. That's something I do. Just keep it secure well enough. Okay, maybe you have to open it in the future. So we're going to open now the laptop, and as you can see, I have no charger connected to it. Sometimes the batteries have a little juice in them. So I'm going to turn the power button. I'm going to press the power button. As you can see, we have light on the keyboard. So I'm pressing the escape key so we can access the BIOS right away. So you can see HP and you hear the 2 beeps. So here we're in the startup menu. I'm going to go to System Diagnostics. I press enter. Then we see this menu and we go to battery test. We press enter one more time and the battery is going to be checked. Of course it's working, we know that because we're using the battery, but this is a way you can check if the battery is working correctly. So as you can see, primary battery okay, and AC power is not connected. So you can press enter or press escape, so you can leave this small menu, this short menu, and we don't have anything else to do here, so we can shut down the computer. So that way this computer is ready to be placed back in production or give it back to the client. So that's how you replace a battery on a HP laptop. If you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe. If you have any other comment or questions, leave it in the comment section below. And as always, guys, I'll see you in the next video.